time it is. Turf and Talk, straight from the DMV, baby. Jason and Tara J, let's get it. We from the city where the traffic don't sleep. DC lights glow, Maryland deep. Virginia riding heavy, keep that talk on lock. From the field to the mic, yeah, we turf and talk. Sports in the streets, that's the vibe we live. Community strong, got the game to give. Jason got the playbook, always on the chart. And Tara J, she gon' spark that heart. DMV, we reppin' real, no fake. Turf and talk, yeah, we raise that stake. From the U Street nights to the Beltway scenes, we talking dreams, hustle, and home team means. Turf and talk, right from the block. Jason and Tara J, we don't stop. Turf and talk, yeah, we move that crowd. DMV, stand up, say it loud.
Welcome to Turf and Talk. My name is Jay the Jedi. I'm here with my co-host, TJ.
Tara J.
She is fired up already because we got some good and hot topics for the Turf and Talk conversation. And I cannot wait for you all to see what we got going on. We're going to see how fired up we can get TJ. I really want to see if I myself can be the parameter for you guys to see how devastatingly hot this volcano can get. And I want to set this volcano off before the end of the show. So we've got probably about an hour to see if we can sound off Mount TJ off and get her to
It ain't gonna
explode.
take much after I just.
We're gonna hold that one.
So.
We gotta hold that one. We gotta hold that one from Pompeii. That's gonna be special for topic. But for right now, let's talk about a little bit of the turf news and stuff that's going on after the season. The Commanders season is officially over. To the DMV Commander fans, you guys kind of had some of the same luck the DMV 49er fans had as far as injuries and all that other stuff is concerned. So our condolences on our fan side. But what would you like to what do you remember about this season, and what do you want to see within the team's front office going forward, and maybe some of your thoughts?
I saw a team that is still gelling. I saw a team that is still very much in the process of rebuilding. I saw a team who took losses, I'm going to say not necessarily due to lack of ability to win, but the overall structure of a team, all the components weren't there.
Right.
I think Dan Quinn had some hard lessons that he learned, and I think some of the lessons that he learned was at the detriment to our season, but I do believe that going forward, he will make the necessary changes. At least I hope so. Recently, with the departure of one, we know Joe Witt has a personal relationship with DQ. That's his buddy. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, Dan Quinn can start to develop more of a backbone and hire talent versus his friends. The other thing I'll say is, so said ain't so, they let Cliff go.
Cliff King.
And I know Cliff and JD are like Celie and Nettie, but sometimes, growth happens when a dynasty is broken. Right. I will say to Cliff, thank you for your services. Rumor has it that you didn't quite want to make the adjustments that were offered to you in terms of protecting our quarterback.
Which is, I asked you about that one.
Since you got an attitude about that, you ain't want to return. So if that is the case, Cliff, I don't know you personally, but good riddance, because JD is the franchise and your job is to protect him. And so if you're not going to be a part of the game, go find another one to play.
Yeah,
all right.
I
said what I said.
She said what she said.
All right. Now, to a happier note, to some congratulatory energy, or switching gears a bit. Y'all see who I'm wearing, because Terry back scary. And, I dragged you, Terry. I did. I dragged you this season, brother. I stand by. I said what I said. I stand by everything that I said, and I said. But you've earned your scary back to your name. Scary. And I look forward to seeing you be scary on the field next season.
Oh, yeah.
And to my nephew, JD, I wish you a restful and rejuvenatory, if that's a word, off season. And I just pray And we're going to touch and agree that all of the missing pieces will be put into place for God's glory and for you to bring back them stats that we know that you after. And we just going to have a different season next year because I can feel it in my soul. I feel it in my soul. And with that, I'm going to let the Commander season rest for 2025.
Well, okay, let me ask you something about that. The Cliff Kingsbury disagreement in a sense. Cliff seems to not understand that the franchise quarterback is the most important player on the team. He's had this issue when he was the head coach. He chose Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, I don't know, just never showed true dedication to his craft in a sense.
Okay, so I think Cliff is a great coach. I think Cliff, from what I understand of overhearing the teachings of my hubby, that he is a great collegiate coach.
Okay.
The skills, tactics, and schemes that you would use as a collegiate coach is very different from what you should be concentrating on instilling in your players as an NFL coach. I think that's a disconnect for Cliff.
Okay.
I think in Cliff, it's okay to have to go back to the drawing board. We all do. I just think it is important for you to take this time to reflect on your craft and to possibly change your coaching philosophy and how you go about things. Because if you keep seeing the same occurrence in your career over and over again, at some point, it can't be the players. You have to take a look at yourself as a coach. And I don't think that Cliff necessarily discount his talent that he has available to him. I think he misuses them.
Okay.
And that's because he is still holding on to his collegiate coaching philosophy.
Okay. Well, speaking of collegiate, as a Miami Hurricane fan here, we won against Ole Miss, and we continue our journey to the Natty Championship. Oh, my goodness.
You know they was crying.
I appreciate all the, if you've been a University of Miami fan, it's been a while since we've been any relevant. So if we can win this one more game, it would finally feel good on the collegiate level. Speaking of the professional level, though, I'm a 49er fan. You know,
that you are.
Represent the DMV Niners very well, I say. We are in the playoffs right now. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I don't have any kind of good vibrations at all.
Ooh.
No, I don't have any good vibes going on for what's going to happen this Sunday. And I hope the Niners can win. I hope we can go into Philadelphia and beat the Eagles.
That makes me sad.
Yeah, my team is injured, and she's playing right now.
No, for real.
TJ has joy in seeing the Niner dynasty crumble. But you know what? I don't want TJ to feel bad.
Listen,
I have 2 daughters in the house, and they're watching this right now.
I just get dragged.
They're the same way.
My team is on the couch, so why would
I just didn't want to go to the couch
right
away.
Sitting on
you know,
the couch
I was
and yours not.
enjoying and playing in the field, but I don't want to go to the couch. But it looks like the couch has our names on it very early in the playoffs.
Now, what if your team mess around and surprise you? Then what? Now, how you think they gonna feel when they see this? You ain't got no hope in them?
The only way I'm gonna put this on camera. The only way the 49ers can surprise me, right, is if the Niners go to the NFC Championship game and put up a fight.
Well, that's all you can ask.
I don't think I would ask, but I think, being in the situation we're in, the injuries, we have no linebackers.
You know what? You're spoiled. You can't sit here and take this stance with me, a Commanders fan. Are you serious?
I'm just trying to keep the bar that we raised at the right height because, not taking any shots, when you let the bar drop, all of a sudden your team just having one season, it becomes everything. And becomes maybe a little bit too much when you over-celebrate one season.
You kind of.
I'm not throwing any shots at anybody. I do not do that. Shout out Mikey Marvel. Mikey Marvel is here today. We have a guest in the building. We got Mikey Marvel. I mean, he is wearing that
My baby is
propaganda
repping,
stuff.
My baby
It's propaganda.
is repping
But
his household.
Check him out
game
on TikTok.
brand
He
name
has a
of the
TikTok.
Washington.
He's very innovative. He's my man. Mikey's the guy I'm going to be talking about Marvel with. I can see that's the Marvel guy. All my Marvel
baby is a
nerds out there,
superhero.
all my superhero people, DC Comics, Marvel. We talk about it all here. We bring you all in. But no, to go back to what I was saying about the Niners, hopefully we can get a win.
We got faith.
But we were excited because 2026.
Yep.
We got the teams that we all will play. We don't have the exact date of the actual games or the times of the games, but we do know, if you're an NFL fan, who you will play next year.
And guess who we play? The Niners play the Skins, the Commanders, and we will definitely be in the house. However, it won't be in our house. It will be in their house.
Yeah, we plan on having
we will
visitors.
be in the house.
We will be
Okay?
going. We're going to be showcasing Turf and Talk to everyone on the West Coast. We're going to bring the West Coast
going
back to Cali. We're going to bring
I ain't never been, so I will be going
whole
going
new
to,
perspective
to
into
Cali.
it. Exactly. This is going to be very, very high. So I look forward to going out there, spending some time on the West Coast, meeting some new people, greeting some new
Absolutely.
people. That's going to be awesome. Look out for us. We'll keep updating you as we get closer to the schedule.
And let you know the exact date.
Exactly.
Because we definitely going to have to come out and tailgate.
Yes.
That is a must.
Yes. Also, we want to do something in the area for our draft folks, all the DMV fans, because one thing people don't understand about this area, it is a vast area of different teams. You will find Cowboy fans.
We're a melting pot.
You will find Cowboy fans that outnumber Dallas Cowboy fans that actually live in Dallas. It is serious when it comes
It
to
just makes no sense.
the
That's
DMV
all.
area. And as you can see,
Crazy
TJ,
is the word.
they're not really
crazy.
happy with sharing area with their famous rivals. So it can get a little bit tense.
I just don't like the belligerent ones. You can rap who you want to. Just stay out my face.
I'm the one eating the popcorn every time they get together.
Well,
I'm on
they
the
just
sideline
make me
eating
sick
popcorn.
because it's always the ones who've never been to Dallas a day in their life, never
love
been to
it.
Texas a day in their life. And, a Dallas girl with DC's never
This
Dallas
is a
Cowboy. Whatever.
So we want to ask all of our NFL fans, Turf and Talk fans, bring you guys out, rep your team for the draft. You a Cincinnati Bengals fan? Put them on. If you a Baltimore Ravens fan,
Put them on.
49er fan, put it on.
Bang Niner game.
Commanders, we want to see all of you.
Left hand high.
We're trying to interact with all of our DMV brethren, so you guys could just come on out and come greet us. So we'll also be
Come
giving
out
you
here on the turf
more
and
information
kick it
about
and
that.
talk with us.
Exactly. So, the news. So this is
y'all-
where we
see,
get
this
to
where he trying to set me off like a
Mount
volcano.
TJ. So if you guys didn't know, I'll give you history real quick. It was a volcano eruption a long time ago. Wiped out everybody. You know, I forgot the name of it. I should know that information.
That has happened a couple times, but
Yeah.
we gonna get to this news because
the-
I'm fired up now. So I feel this lava like bubbling.
But before we get the lava going, no, Pompeii. That's the Pompeii. Before we Pompeii,
That's Hawaii, correct? No,
No, that's-
Vietnam. Where was it?
it was an area that got destroyed by a volcano.
Well, you need to say where it happened at.
I forgot. I'll figure that out.
All right.
I'll get you back.
Well, guess what, guys? We have a producer, so our producer can look it up and tell us, and we'll get back to you
There
on
we
the
go.
location
There
of
we go.
Pompeii.
But let me ask everyone out there, you including, because this is a generation thing. MTV went off the air. MTV. Now, certain people's generation is TRL. Others is Yo MTV Raps. Others is Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, yeah.
It's Road
Real
Rage,
World.
Real World. There is a lot of our childhood. Am I wrong for thinking about
No,
that?
no,
That's-
not at all.
It's crazy.
They were very much a household brand. They were very much a household network. If I recall, remember, well, I don't know. What cable company was prevalent in DMV back in the day? before it took.
Before Comcast.
But remember the channel
Yeah.
sequence was the same. It went like VH1, MTV,
Yep.
BET. It was in that
And
same.
it was in that sequence order. Yeah. And I remember MTV Raps, Dr. Dre, Ed Lover, and seeing those guys bring on like all your favorite rappers.
See, I don't know if he was on this network,
Cool.
but The Basement, Tigger.
That's
That's
BET.
BT. Okay,
That's
see,
another one that went.
But that
yeah.
was our after school.
Yeah, that was another
Yeah.
one. So I think and like you always say, MTV crawled so Rap Basement and Tig can walk. So I think that was how that went. But man, it just seems like MTV going off the air. It seems like a whole generation is gone. But I think, and I don't know, maybe Mikey Marv can help us. Do they even care about music videos anymore? Back in our day, a music video was the thing.
Wait a minute. It's a new phenomena for them.
Oh.
So listen. Me and Mikey one night, he was sitting with me on my phone. I
Okay.
forgot what we were doing.
All right.
But he had went into this fascination with Michael Jackson.
Oh.
So I sat with him and we watched Remember the Time. We watched it was something else. But the look on his face, it was just like, oh my goodness, because we told stories with videos.
Right.
It was the song, but it was really back in the day, it was about the video for us.
And I think that's why I think I'm so Thriller. Like, no, we saw it
Yes.
happening. Thriller was
Yeah.
actually, I don't think you all out there, unless you're a certain, years, 81 on to about 85 album, Thriller, the songs, that concept to anything, and just shoot a video, and that's just good to go, I guess. I don't know. But it's sad to me, and I'm going to miss them.
Well, they still are fascinated with videos. It's just the videos now are different.
Right.
The videos nowadays, I would say, music has changed.
Yes.
Our music told stories.
Yes.
Their music doesn't necessarily tell stories the way our music did. So the era that I remember was like your Luda,
Right.
your Goody Mob,
Right.
your Outkast.
Yes.
And
yes.
then So Def, that was a whole run.
That
The
was
Brat,
that was an era
JD.
too. So
Yeah.
I think the Dungeon Family is the quintessential to transition Atlanta to the next Future and all them.
Yeah.
But they
you
were.
got to throw my mans in there.
Who?
You cannot mention the South without mentioning T.I.P.
Oh yeah. He's in the
it would have
run
been
with
disrespectful not to mention him.
Jeezy. I think. Now let me ask you something. I'm gonna start some stuff with Atlanta folks, but let me ask you, who had the better debut album, T.I. or Young Jeezy? Because I think Young Jeezy had it. I think
You can't ask me that.
I can't. Wait a
because
minute.
the reason why is
the
no,
producer.
Hold on. Let me explain. You asked me a question, then you gonna cut me off.
Yes.
Let me answer the question.
Yes.
So I'm telling you, I can't answer that question because I'm going to give a biased answer because I have not been a connoisseur of Jeezy like that. So
Okay.
I'm partial to Tip.
All right.
And Tip is a Libra. And that's my man's in them.
Right.
And so Tip's albums have gotten me through some times.
All right.
So I'm going to say T.I.
All right, I'm gonna disagree with that.
Okay.
But,
Now,
yeah.
free from now. Explain yourself.
I mean, you. I can't really I can't disagree with you and then ridicule your answer. But I'm gonna say,
Thank you.
I am gonna say the reason why I chose Jeezy is because he told a story in that album.
Now, yes. And Jeezy got some bangers. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
like that
now,
album
I have
told the
not
story.
studied his entire body of work the way that I have.
And that's why,
Tip. So,
another thing about Jeezy, I don't feel like I'm breaking him up and tearing him down. The work got kind of convoluted, so as you go on through the chapters, it's not as banging as the first chapter, Thug Motivation.
and it's potent.
Yeah.
He wasn't bringing it.
Yeah,
the way
like
you
Thug
bring it.
Motivation is like that album can be studied for years. I think you can listen to that album in Wall Street.
Now, I tell you what.
Yeah.
Now, it's some motivational rappers out there, okay?
Yes.
And, honey, yeah.
Yeah.
He'll make you want to multiply and divide and compound and some more stuff. So I will tell you that. Now, if you need some help with some motivation and some inspiration to get your butt up, turn some Jeezy on, okay? But then you got to follow up with Tip.
Yeah, that's true. I true. We're going to get another tip. That's true. All right, so let me start climbing up Mount TJ real quick.
Okay.
All right. So I started this topic. We talked about this a little bit, and I'm going to just give everybody out there and you can answer it and see how you feel. So I said, if there's a God, and if you believe there's a God, this is what I'm saying, you're a God. Okay, this is what I'm saying. So I'm asking all you guys out there, guys and girls, if there's a God, do you agree with me that God, women or man, whoever it is, cannot be a fan of any individual team? This God cannot have a favorite team, cannot have a favorite player.
No, because that's not how you pose the question to me. You pose a question to me framing the story first so they can get the background of the priest and all of that.
Okay, so let me tell the story. So the story, if you guys have watched the Pittsburgh versus the Ravens game, and I'm sorry, Raven fans, if I'm sorry. Why did you make me
tell them the story? Priest had the holy water.
So as the Raven fans know, and they will actually speak up, they saw a Pittsburgh priest throwing holy water in one of the end zones before the game, okay? When the field goal kicker for the Ravens was coming to kick what is known to be a chip shot in the NFL, it goes wide right. In the same end zone, the priest was putting the holy water. And my objection was, first of all, God, and I thought about it further, God should be the mom that has a son on each team. And she's in the audience, and she's got the jersey with both teams, one name, both my sons. I have no winner in this. They're both my sons.
So what he trying to say is
God can't have a team.
He doesn't want God to be involved as far as the winner or loser. And should God be involved in sports? He said no, and I said yes. And this is why I say that God should be. Because there is a right and a left. There is an up and a down. You have honesty and you have dishonesty, which means we have seen in the NFL teams that have won over other teams due to cheating. Now, do I believe God should be involved in giving a team an edge? No. But should God be involved to be the equalizer? Yes. And my example was players with the AI gloves. Okay, put the gloves on, but then God should be able to intervene and disable the abilities over the team who's playing with natural gloves. He's the equalizer.
That's cheating.
That is not cheating. That is not cheating. If one player has AI gloves on and is able to intercept or over the other team, right?
Yes.
That means that player has the advantage. Answer the question.
I'm answering. No.
They do.
I'm about to answer your question.
No, Jason, just listen.
Yeah.
The purpose of the gloves, when the person put them on, was to have an edge over the other team, correct?
Yeah.
That's the whole reason why the person put the gloves on. The person would put the gloves on if they ain't think the gloves is going to do something extra over the other team, right?
Yep.
That's the intention.
Not really, but go on.
What's the point? So what's the point of the person putting the AI gloves on?
If the gloves are legally confirmed to be legal.
Now you changing the variables. No, because that's not how the question was posed.
I was going to say, if the gloves or any equipment that you are using in sport you're using it has been considered as legal by the governing of the sport.
You just changed the scenario, Jason.
I don't mean
that's
AI
not
gloves.
fair.
Hold on. So AI gloves can be used in the NFL.
Okay, so no, not AI gloves. Deflating the ball. Is that better?
Yeah, that's cheating. But we found out. But here's my thing.
Dude, this man
Producer,
out here
hold on.
so
Here's what I'm saying.
talking.
And I want everybody who's out there who saw Angel in the outfield.
Oh, God.
And that is my number one. Angels in the outfield. Now, if you've seen Angels in the outfield, the Angels were cheating. That's cheating. You cannot come on the field and use your wings to assist a player because a little boy made a wish. That's cheating.
No, it's not cheating. Your scenario might be cheating. Mine isn't. So, okay, going back to so throw the AI gloves out. Okay, what team deflated the footballs?
New England. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm resuming example.
Mountie.
God interferes by equalizing whatever velocity or force that would have been altered, hence why they deflated the balls. Whatever reason that they did that, God would intervene and make the ball float in the air as if it was whole. That is neutralizing the situation. That is making it back to ground zero. So that is not cheating.
It is cheating.
It is not.
Basically what you're saying, two left turns are two rights always make a wrong.
No.
Oh, two wrongs always make a right. That's
No.
what you basically said, that if this people are cheating, God is equalizing the cheat, and then we're both cheating, but since God has the ultimate power, his cheat is a little bit more powerful than their cheat.
We're going to bring it back to another scenario. Hold on. Wait. Just because he's getting a kick out of this, but I have to explain this or my brain is going to bust. Okay, so wait. All right, it's payday, okay? Just follow me.
I'm following it.
It's payday.
Yes, ma'am.
You got a direct deposit coming,
Yes,
okay?
ma'am. Yes,
you
ma'am.
got all these bills,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
And there's a little weasel head hacker, okay?
Okay.
That's studied the rhythm. And this is real because it happens to people every day.
Right.
And you got a hacker, right? And they see this particular account number get this deposit on every single day. They didn't study.
Yes.
Okay, so this day they like, shoot, well, he got bills, well, I got bills too. And you know what? He getting $100 on this day. Well, I'm going to go ahead and reroute that paycheck to go to my account. The Lord that I serve, and I know the Lord that I serve, can see this little weasel head, nincompoop, trying to get some money that don't belong to him, and he intercepts the transfer. Not giving me more than what I had worked for, but making sure I received what I needed to receive. God didn't cheat on my behalf. God equalized and neutralized the evil so I could pay my bills. Now, don't the NFL and NBA players have families?
Yes.
Don't they have bills?
Yes.
Doesn't the performance of what they do on the court in the field impact that paycheck? Meaning, will they be picked up next year? Will they be extended? If they in their college, will they get transferred to the transfer portal? Doesn't all that line up with their abilities?
You're not going to want me to answer the question. No.
Answer the question.
No.
You just lied. And God don't like
I can name
ugly.
a player right now. Deshaun Watson.
You want me to really like flip out. We are not going to use that example because that man is not an upstanding young man in the eyes of his peers or anybody
I
else
totally
for that
agree.
point. So then that further.
But he's still on the roster, and he's still getting paid, and his bills are still being met.
That is not what I'm talking about. His choices that he made had nothing to do with him cheating. The choices and the circumstances that he has created for himself has to do everything with his lack of responsibility, which we were talking about today, and accountability that comes down with how he conducts himself off the field.
But you will agree he embarrassed his franchise. He
We
embarrassed
wasn't
his place.
talking about that.
He
About
put
if
his
God
job.
had a place
I'm
in
saying
sports.
he put his job at risk because when you embarrass your company with that level of
in the same way that you embarrass your franchise taking on the tactics of cheating, and if God himself
well, it depends
steps in,
on if the franchise know you're cheating or not.
You know what?
Like the Patriots.
No, like we were talking about God. God.
I went back to the Patriots. Like you said, the deflating the balls was
what else
the
we
Patriots.
supposed to be talking about? Because we going in circles.
So let me
You're
go.
not gonna win this one because the Lord belongs in everything.
I'm gonna let you guys out there determine what you think. Put it in the comments.
Please sound off, y'all. Please.
Should God intervene, or should God sit on the sideline like the
Or
super
should
mom?
God sit on the throne?
You do that too. You can from the throne and not interfere. But my credit, I will always say this: anyone who could defy the laws of physics, how you gonna trust him? How you gonna
Because he
catch
created it.
someone
What
who
do you-
can defy the laws
Okay.
of physics?
Oh my God! Now, okay.
Okay, so let's
That's
really get her going.
That's like asking water
Pastor
about
Jamal
its ability to be
Bryant
wet.
has a lovely young wife who decided to wear a dress that many people on the internet saw and found distasteful. Me, I try to stay out of Murray folks' business. That's just my MO. But Mr. Bryant took a lot of abuse from people on the internet, and he not only, I guess, was fed up about it, he decided to address the people, which is my problem. Not that he wanted my problem. So before I let T let me just tell y'all, I ain't got no problem with his address. I have a problem with where he did it. If he wanted to say the things he said in front of his laptop, in front of his computer, go about it, brother. That's on you. Don't go in front of the place where people are looking for your word for refreshment and restorement in their behavior or in their mental mind state to address internet controversies. This is a controversy on the internet. You take that to the internet and you address it. But my co-host, she want to not only talk about where you addressed it, Mr. Bryant, but what you said in your address. And with that being said, I yield the stage to TJ.
Okay, so first of all, let's talk about the dress.
Let her cook.
We are to express ourselves in whatever manner we choose. Do
cook.
I know this man or this woman personally? I do not. All I am privy to is what my eyes see, and my thoughts are based upon my experiences in life and how I was raised and taught. So that is the lens that I'll be speaking from. So addressing the dress first, to me, it was distasteful, inappropriate, and not that representative of a first lady in a church. I don't attend that church.
Okay.
I do not follow the teachings of Dr. Jamal Bryant.
Okay.
I have never listened to any of his teaching sermons or whatever have you. Why? What he represents to me, nothing that I've experienced firsthand, but what has been introduced to me in the context of who he is as a person, he is not a source that I would seek guidance for my spiritual life. So that is how I feel like I am free to discuss him and his wife as public figures, because that's what they are to me.
Right.
In his address to his congregation, the first thing I noticed was his body language. And body language to me speaks 10 times louder than anything you could say.
Yes.
His body language was reminiscent of someone who is very much in tune with their feminine side, especially with the neck rolling and everything.
Yes.
And it just didn't sit well in my spirit for a man to be in a pulpit neck rolling and using such derogatory language as he used about people who just merely had an opinion.
Right.
And to me, since you're a public figure, to me, it would just seems as if this should be something that rolls off your back. If you're such above, you're a pastor, there was nothing for you to answer because everything that your wife was representing was on the up and up. It would be nothing to discuss or nothing to tear somebody else down about, especially with the language of petty, ignorant, and what else? I missed the other words, jealous. Jealous. Doesn't sound like language of a pastor whose teachings I would follow. Yeah, and to also tear down just mere people who have an opinion, to tell them they haven't been anywhere. Well, if the first ladies that you associate with wear flesh-colored dresses, as you stated, which is your words, flesh-colored dresses, then no, I haven't been anywhere. And I would not care to be in the presence or grace your presence or be around the people that you associate with if it's customary for those first ladies to wear flesh-colored dresses.
Oh, T. So I was talking to you about this, and my whole thing was, if you're going to be a public figure, and I agree with that, you take the good with the bad. The good is they praise you when everything's going good. The bad is whenever you do something they don't like, they let you hear about it. I believe that Jamal, Mr. Bryant, Pastor Bryant, whatever he likes to be called, he shouldn't have used the pulpit as the answering board for the.
Not, but
Yes.
we have to understand, and this is why I refer to them both as public figures. Public figures have to perform.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, sometimes when pastors per se, when their heart posture to me, this is just my opinion, but when their heart posture to me is not in the right place, they get caught up in their persona. Okay. And necessarily being led by what us saints like to call the Spirit. Okay. The Holy Spirit wasn't speaking then. He was very much in his human element. and his human element nerve got struck. And what you saw was him performing about that nerve being struck.
Right.
Nothing that he said had anything to do with the salvation of his followers or his I 100% agree with you. It wasn't the time or the place for that to have been addressed. What he want to do? His wife wanted to dress, and the fallout was how he decided to handle it was how he decided to handle it. But it could have been done in a better way.
Yeah, I agree with that. Hopefully, his church, someone will tell him about it.
Well, baby,
I don't know.
Look, what we saw with the churchgoers, they was clapping. Do it like, yeah, Pastor Brad. Tell them.
I don't want to group everyone. Yes, there were a lot of people in the audience that were cheering them on, but hopefully there was one person with a little sway that can pull them to
Well,
the side.
that's something I am curious about. If there is anyone out there who really is a member of that church, congregation, or whatever, feel free to sound off. Come out. You can come out and speak freely.
Yeah,
and don't worry about
we love
y'all.
to hear you talk.
The other congregation members looking in the comments talking about such is
Give us an anonymous screen name. Yeah,
don't be anonymous. Say what you say and say it with your chest.
all that. You can do that too.
Okay, you can feel how you feel and still go to the same church.
Exactly.
We just want you to keep it 100 with what your pastor and your first ladies in these streets looking like, and it ain't looking too good, and that just is what it is.
Yeah, that's interesting little thing that happened with the church, my brethren. So hopefully, just a new controversy. I think of 2026, they'll be all right.
It'll be more. We ain't seen nothing yet. If y'all think her flesh-colored dress was something, and wait till you see the first lady who step out in a leotard, and then her pastor talk about and defending that.
Okay. All right, well, on a somber note, we had two tragedies occur, I want to say within a week to week and a half of each other. As you all know, in Minneapolis, there was a young lady, Renee Nicole Good, that was shot and killed by ICE police. There was also a situation in California with a black man that was Keith Porter. He was a father too, and he was also shot and killed by an off-duty ICE officer. We've got a problem here. And
Definitely.
it seems like the people that we trust to protect us and see past prejudice and to keep us safe and secure are not keeping us safe and secure. It seems like prejudice, racism, disagreements, different views, whatever we want to call it these days, it has alienated us so much that we have tribalized a tribe. Pretty much we've created tribalism in America, and it's getting worse. And I don't know. I mean, I can sit up here till I'm black and blue. I can sit up here, talk to you all, you guys out there, people in this room. Everyone has eyes. We all see it. And I just think we're all, in a sense, either tired or getting numb to it. And it's just scary either or. So I guess I'll just ask you, T, what do you feel about everything that's been going on? And what did you feel about when you heard about Keith Porter being killed by an ISIS off-duty officer?
So, first of all, let's talk about the difference in coverage about these two stories. Okay. So, the first one that happened today,
yes,
I witnessed news coverage firsthand. The unfortunate incident that happened to Mr. Keith Porter, I gained knowledge through conversation and was unaware of even what happened to him from media outlets. And that's an issue by itself. But the greater issue here is, who is ICE? And the reason why that question is, okay, so I'm scrolling and I see pretty much an ad that's advertising hiring now. And it also has a nice substantial bonus. And it's to become an ICE agent. And so when you look at the criteria and you think about the roles and responsibilities that these people play, how is it that I can solicit through trivial means such as social media advertising to solicit candidates for such a sensitive role right now? And it leads me to another question of the process of vetting people who have service to the general public, i.e. EMT, first responders, firemen, police officers, ICE agents,
civil service.
Period. And I think the greater question needs to be the vetting process dissected. So myself, prior government contractor, I hold a clearance. One of the positions that I was in working at DIA, I had to do a CI poly, which is counterintelligence polygraph. To do y'all due diligence and sound off in the comments, and y'all tell me what's going on with segregation right now. What did that person in the White House recently do regarding segregation? Do you think at this point in 2026, do you think segregation is something you want to visit, or is it something you don't deem as necessary? I really, really love to hear you all's perspective on segregation in 2026.
Oh, okay.
So
right.
I don't have an answer
Right.
to how we can fix this problem.
Yeah.
I had a suggestion. I think it would work, but I do think it would cause additional deficits in other areas. I would like to wish condolences to both families, no matter how their lives were taken, they were lives. And that's a loss that will not be replaced. Even if our laws changes, they're gone. And for that, I just want to say, let's have a little moment of silence for both of them.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Now that we did our somber for the evening, we're going to finish up now. Let's talk about a couple of entertainment things real quick. I told you about a show named Pluribus. And y'all, if you don't understand, I want you guys to understand. TJ is very not sci-fi. If you start talking about anything that sounds any way sci-fi, she will be turned completely. That radar goes, all the interest out the door. I couldn't get you into a Star Wars movie if my life depended on it. If my life depended
I'm trying to think of
on me getting
like
TJ and to go see any Star Wars, I am gone. That's sad.
Invisible Man?
That's sad. Invisible Man. I want you guys to understand. Invisible Man was with Chevy Chase. Okay, which one are we talking about? Because the only Invisible Man I remember was Chevy Chase, and that was a good Invisible Man. I ain't gonna lie. I don't even
remember
like Chevy
that
Chase. That was a Invisible Man.
Now y'all got me scratching my head.
Yeah, but if you haven't, what sci-fi? What you got?
It was Unbreakable with Samuel.
I'll
L.
count
Jackson.
that.
Was that
yes.
Okay.
Yes. Count that. Okay.
Yes.
So, got TJ with one.
Look, I'm proud of myself.
Sci-fi movie that she likes, one. But I was telling about Pluribus, and if you guys don't know, if you don't watch Apple TV, this new show the season 1 is already done, but you should check it out. It's about a hive mind that takes over the world, and in a way, I talked to TJ, and you guys, if you watched it, you know, it's the hive mind creates the perfect society, and
we did talk about that because I felt like it was like a parasite.
It is in a sense a parasite. It's what is creating a perfect society. It is a parasite. It does not in our system. It should not be there. But its ramifications are it makes people good people. It got rid of all crime in the world. And all the people that are affected by this thing now eat dead people in milkshakes. And it's a good season.
Okay, question.
Yes.
Since you said eradicate all crime.
Yes.
Typically, I'm the angel, the halo, and the angel wings, everything.
Yes.
Do you think some crime is necessary?
Yes.
Which ones?
Can I use a movie reference?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anybody who watched Batman Begins saw where Bruce Wayne.
See, he always goes go sci-fi and he loses.
I told y'all. At least I told y'all. I told you guys. I just told you I'm gonna lose her. And I asked. I literally asked her, "Can I do a movie reference?" She looked me in my.
Just one that I can.
All right,
recall.
All right, Batman. Just all right. No,
I'm gonna
Bruce,
follow you. I'm
okay.
gonna follow you.
Bruce Wayne, before he became Batman, that should be easier. Before
Okay.
he became Batman, he just Bruce Wayne. He became a criminal.
Okay.
And he became a criminal after he couldn't live with the trauma of his parents getting killed. I'm pretty much, everyone knows the
Okay.
background back. Okay.
Okay.
So he goes on the street and he learns why criminals become criminals.
Mm-hmm.
And what he learned is, pretty much to summon up the word, you become a criminal to feed your stomach because your stomach is starving. And that's what he learned. He learned that a lot of criminals are doing this criminality because they're trying to feed themselves, or they're trying to take care of their circumstances or whatever they got going on. And he learned how to separate the mobsters' crimes who are really affecting people from a crime that this is a pickpocket and he just trying to eat. He hungry. He learned how to differentiate crimes from a person with the nose and the do this between the people who don't have the wealth, then more than likely are going to do something that is criminality. So I believe your circumstances create the criminal. If you're poor, you're going to rob to eat.
Oh yeah.
And maybe the robbery goes wrong. If the robbery goes wrong, someone can get hurt, yada, yada, yada. So, yes, I do think, to answer your question,
crime is necessary.
some crime is necessary. Our brother Malcolm X, by any means necessary.
Okay.
You know?
Although that our brother Malcolm X didn't mean that in that content.
Everything. Everything. I'm going to tell
But
you.
wait. Okay.
Yes.
I'm still on this sport and God thing. And I'm going to just give you another example of how, even in this concept, we talk about crime is necessary, how this person was committing a crime, but he was equalizing it. Now, you are familiar with The Wire?
Yes. Oh, I love The Wire.
Okay.
Best show in probably HBO history.
So, who was the equalizer in The Wire?
Now, can we? I think
It's
it
one
changes. It
character.
changes season. To me, it changes season to season, because to me, what's the man with the shotgun?
That's what I'm talking about.
He was a control, and Marlo
Bless
came.
his soul, because he is passed on.
Yeah, God bless. God, Lee, I can't.
Yeah.
Man, that is. Man.
We got to get his name, Jesus.
Yeah,
It's
I'll
not,
get him real quick. Go ahead and
because it's not Marlo. It's not Stringer Bell. It's not, oh God, what is his name? And he used to sing a song. He had a song when he would walk down the street.
Omar.
Equalizer.
Not all seasons.
Now, that particular, he was the
In the
equalizer.
last season, matter of fact, let me ask you something.
Wait, let me make my point now.
Go ahead.
So if you said some crimes is necessary, right?
Right.
And what he was doing, he was able to differentiate
Bruce Wayne.
Yes. The one in the same.
No, it matters because he didn't put the suit on.
Oh, I'm glad you said that.
It matters when it comes.
Okay, hold that.
Okay.
You got Bruce Wayne and Batman, right?
Go
Okay.
ahead. Yes.
But they are one entity.
Yes.
Okay. So you got the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. That is one entity. Okay? Bruce Wayne and Batman differentiated because they're still one, although they were in different personas, right? They were still one. And he differentiated between the necessary criminal actions and those who were acting out of a need, right?
Right.
And those who needed punishment.
Right.
Correct. Right? That's life, right?
No.
Yeah.
Because go ahead. I'm trying to go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hold this. Hold it now. That's what you said.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, if God intervened, he differentiated between the people who was cheating and who wasn't, and he equalized it just like Bruce Wayne did. Now, I rest my case.
You didn't rest anything.
And with that is the night for Turpin Talk, and she brought it home. Woo! Tune in next week. Same Turp, new talk, and we out.
Straight from the DMV, baby. Jason and Tara J, let's get. We from the city where the traffic don't sleep. DC lights go Maryland deep. Virginia riding heavy, keep that talk on lock. From the field to to the mic, yeah, we turf and talk. Sports in the streets, that's the vibe we live. Community strong, got the game to give.